Yo.
Yes, sir. What's up, guys?
Yes. This DJ will kick the floor in three, two, 1.
On the troll.
Hello and welcome to Mzansi Reality. We are back again. It is that time. Look, we are revitalized. We are revamped. We are ready. CI Juguja. We are doing everything that is necessary. Listen.
To keep up with this case.
So, I guess the issue of MGQUMENI will never be put into rest.
What do you
We are
mean the
back.
issue of MGQUMENI? What is happening with MGQUMENI right now?
You know, we will unpack.
Okay.
We'll, you know, as in my heart of hearts, I'm singing inside. Tomorrow morning, ngizovuka ngithenge ingubo yami entsha sha uyabheda lo. Let us wait for tomorrow. For those who do not understand me, this is a song that was sang by MGQUMENI. I think this is one of the, if not the third albums that he released when he stand alone. But this is not about MGQUMENI. This is about Senzo.
The Senzo Meyiwa trial.
But isn't it funny that two of my favorite
legends.
people, yes, they are combining into something very, very interesting. And indeed, it is interesting. Do you understand?
Yes.
And I mean, it couldn't be anywhere around for me. MGQUMENI was the person who made me support Maskandi. Senzo was playing for a team that I loved dearly, and he was the very best goalkeeper that we have ever seen. Among the best, if not number one or number two.
True that.
But then we are here to get the truth of what happened to him. Yes. And people were saying, and I have to say it, you know how these things are. We have to put it in them, that they were celebrating. And the story is collaborating. This guy is sounding like he's telling the truth. All that is left is to find the mastermind. The mastermind. All that is left is the mastermind. Here we are today. Here we are. This is number 2. Lawyer number 2 on the stand.
Yes.
With the witness.
Yes.
I don't know what we are seeing, but what I have seen and what I have highlighted, I think I've had enough.
Wishy-washy.
But we will see if people still believe that this is the credible witness that is really talking about even the pictures and collaborating. He knows them back home. You know, all this mixture. You know, I enjoy this moment when we have to say, we told you so. But Emil, let you do the thing. I'm going to just be fixing one camera. Continue.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Mzansi Reality YouTube channel. Yesterday we couldn't go live because we didn't have much to work with and much to unpack. It was just one of those days where court proceedings were very, very short, and we used that opportunity to take a break and kind of rest, you know. But we are back now, fully recharged, and we are going to go on and deliberate this case together as the Mzansi Reality family, the court of public opinion. Now I'm gonna start with those brief activities that happened yesterday. Let's first start with what happened. Yesterday, accused number 5, Fisokuhle Ntuli, was not feeling well. He had a runny tummy apparently, and there was an early adjournment. The defense was expected to continue to try and poke holes in Constable Sizwe Zungu's version that the accused were in Vosloorus the day the former Orlando Pirates goalkeeper Senzo Meyiwa was shot and killed. Now, accused number 5, Fisokuhle Ntuli, was not in the dock in the morning. Apparently, he wasn't feeling well, and at the time, it wasn't clear whether the proceedings will continue or what, but counsels waited, and an update from his legal representatives, who was Advocate Zandile Mshololo. Ntuli had just come up and asked Advocate Mshololo, it was preempted that she would be asking for a postponement right in the morning. So Constable Sizwe Zungu was on the stand as well. And when the proceedings started on Tuesday, Advocate Zandile Mshololo told the court that her client informed her this morning, or that morning rather, that he wasn't feeling well and he'd like to request a postponement so that he could be taken to the hospital. The state did not oppose the request for the postponement, and the judge said that they have to be here by today. Okay, and he wanted to know if Advocate Mshololo could guarantee that. And Mshololo said that it would depend from the medical advice after they'd been taking him to the hospital inside the prison. Maybe if she could just make a follow-up. And the judge said that you are aware of Section 159 of the Criminal Procedure Act, that let's read it so that people must not think that we are wasting time. So Baloy read the relevant sections of that Criminal Procedure Act, which related to the circumstances under which court proceedings could continue in the absence of the accused in court. So apparently it wouldn't be fair for the proceedings to proceed without the accused being in court.
Yes.
So the judge said, Ms. Mshololo, who is going to be giving your client medical assistance? And Mshololo said, my lord, it's the medical facility that is provided at Leeuwkop prison. So the judge asked for the warders from the Leeuwkop prison, who he wanted to know if the doctors came daily or interspaced shifts. If they came once a week or twice a week, because we know with public, especially public health facilities, you have situations where the doctors are not there every day. They come in certain periods.
Yes.
You understand? So maybe they'd say the doctor is available for 2 hours in the morning. So you must be there before the doctor even arrives. So situations like that happen a lot in the public health facility. So with prison, you can imagine maybe it's one doctor who arrives, not every day. Maybe. So a Leeuwkop prison official told the court that sick prisoners are attended to at the facility's clinic and nursing sisters are always present. So doctors are not always readily available. And the judge said, if I give an order that accused 5 should be attended to by a doctor, will you give it to the head of the prison? And the prison official said yes. So after hearing this, Judge Ratam Khwatleng ordered, and he said, I don't want this man to go to Leeuwkop and be given tablets and castor oil. He must be attended to by a doctor. The judge asked for an order to be drafted to that effect. Then he should be taken to the head of the prison. So court adjourned, then resumed just for the delivery of the court order that accused 5 be seen by a doctor, and the court order that accused 5 Fisoguhle Ntuli be examined by a medical practitioner yesterday, and that a medical report be presented to court today in the morning. So accused 5 was in court as this judgment was being read. So the court adjourned and trial continued as expected this morning. So this morning a medical report was expected to be given, and it was. So accused number 5 Fisoguhle Ntuli seemingly looked okay this morning, and Advocate Zandile Mshololo for accused number 5 handed over the medical report to Judge Ratam Khwatleng, and the report was read, but not the details of what exactly was wrong with him. Even the judge made a joke that he didn't want medical reports to be made public because those who follow the politics know what is happening with a case regarding our former head of state and a journalist and a doctor that decided to release the medical report and make it public. So he's like, we don't want to do that in this court. Okay, so the judge read the back of Fisogutle's medical report, which one would say was a final summary He was seen at Edenvale Emergency Department on the 12th of September. That was yesterday at 13:25. So the report stated that Ntuli had a stable medical condition which didn't require admission and was discharged with treatment. So, and that medical report, apparently, according to the judge, it's a court document now, an exhibit. It's part of the trial. How interesting.
Very interesting.
Is it part of it because he requested for a private doctor to be...
Yes, it is basically like a report as to why they didn't sit on that day.
On that day.
Yes.
Okay. And it reminded me of when he started and Lorraine was kind of trying to pull some stunts, and he narrated the story of how if push comes to shove, there was a time he actually insisted on paying for the private medical doctor to see one of the people that were in the defense. At the time, he didn't want to show up to court. So could one say that he did the same thing or a similar thing here?
No, he did what he was supposed to do. Any judge would have done that. I mean, good things should be looked at and be recognized. He did well here. This is what judges are supposed to do. It is not something out of extraordinary that you suggested such because you wanted to see the case moving. And I think everyone came into part. Nduli came into part. He went there, and then everything was fine because there was a directive.
So can I be the devil's advocate here and to be more on people who are like, was he even sick? Can I ask that question?
Look, if there's a doctor's note, we always talk of experts here. We talked of experts that came with telephones and whatnot, and they demonstrated. And there was an expert of ballistic who's still to come. There is a lot. Thank you, Lady A, for your generous donation.
Thank you, Lady A.
There is a lot that happened. Do you understand? Am I worried that worked out like that? No. I'm happy. Look, this is like killing two birds with one stone. And I'm happy because it gave the defense the time they needed. And I was happy about it. Even I also got time that I needed. So that the questions are well informed and small details are looked at. You see? Very good. Even the manner in which at that time Nisi was asking, typing, and it sort of bought a lot of time. And this is a crucial person.
When he was asking about the typing lady.
Yes, this is a person you want to keep in the stand as long as you can.
Yeah.
Do you understand? If there was a trick, then, well, it worked. I'm happy about it. Am I blaming it? I'm not going to even dwell on it.
If there wasn't a trick, then there wasn't a trick.
Yes.
Because even the doctor confirms that, yes, he wasn't feeling well. And I think at some point they did, there was mention of he didn't feel well. Don't know if it's something he ate or what, but there was kind of some mention of that it was just a runny tummy. It wasn't something that would put him in a hospital for days.
You see, witnesses like this, you want to keep them in the stand even if it's for 2 weeks. They must be on the stand. Whether this man was sick or what, the doctor said he was sick. If a doctor says, I'm sick, I cannot write a test, I go for a sick test, right?
Yeah,
So,
I know even I can't write the test with a runny tummy, so
Yes.
I can imagine having to sit in that bench the whole day and your stomach is busy doing things.
Yes.
It can't be a favorable situation.
I'm happy because today we are here to deal with
Zungu's testimony.
Zungu's testimony at length.
Yes.
And it
Now we are
is a
unpacking
pity
it, guys.
that people like Bob Pepe, they are not here today.
Where's Pepe?
He must be here watching. I'm sure he's not going
Pepe,
to.
come to the chat.
Yeah, you must come to
You
the
are
chat.
summoned. You said this man
We're not fair.
seems
And there were things that
Bebe, please
happened.
come back.
So let us continue then. Let us not even call for him. He will come. He'll catch us.
Then Advocate Charles Mnisi was to continue with his cross-examination of Constable Zungu when court resumed this morning. And Advocate Mnisi started by focusing on the events of the day. Okay, Zungu said that he was at the hostel with the 5 accused on the day, the 26th of October 2014, where Senzo Meyiwa lost his life. Now, Mnisi started off by asking, at what time did you arrive at the hostel? And Zungu said, I didn't look at the time. I arrived between 2 or 3. 2 to 3.
Yes.
He's not sure of the time. Now, let's hold on to this time, okay? 2 to 3 is a time that I want to personally hold on to because there's a lot that happened. There's a lot that happened. This
What
is
happened?
the afternoon. What I'm trying to allude to is later on, he will speak of how people went to bath and things. And I'm thinking they went to the alcohol place. He went to the alcohol place twice. And yet you arrived late in the afternoon. Right? Yeah, so we're going to unpack that at a later stage because this 2 to 3, it doesn't accommodate for all the activities that Zungu said took place, and we're going to get to them later on. So he was in the company of Makosonke Zungu. He found Gwabeni and the other homies as well. Now, the other homies, he's meaning people that are from a similar home that he so-called grew up in. That's what he's claiming. Okay, and he cannot recall all of them. There were many of them. So he says the party had not yet started. So when he arrived, it was just conversations happening. There were introductions. He says he saw accused number 1 wearing shorts. Then they left because others went to bath and others went out. It was a rush. He's referring to it as ispiti-piti. First of all, he arrives at 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Now, he's saying there was a party. And he was saying that other people went to bath. Okay? A lot is going on. Right? And Mnisi asked, did you ask Gwabini what was the occasion? And Zungu said there was no need. You are told that you are being invited to a party. You don't want to know what this party is about. There's no need. Mr. Anonymous, there's no need for you to know what this party is about. What's the occasion?
No, as long as it's both out.
Then Mnisi said, what happened then? Zungu said we were sitting and eating there, having conversations. There was nothing that was going to happen. And Mnisi asked, and what happened after? And Zungu said nothing. We were just having conversations and we sat with people we had not seen for a long time. Zungu said, like I said, we went to the shop. Upon return, others left. For example, accused number 5 requested that I move the vehicle for him. That's Zungu. Accused number 5 went out, and when he came back, Zungu said he didn't come back early, or maybe he did not notice him when he came back.
Yes.
But he noticed him when he came back late.
Sorry, Ahmed. Are you sure we were missed here? And I'm asking this that I'm seeing 100 likes.
And how many people are with us?
580 right now, 580.
Guys, it's still regular programming. We're going to remind you to like the video. We're going to pause and remind you to like the video as I take a sip of my water.
Yeah, let's give you time to press that like button and subscribe if you have to subscribe. If you feel that this is the content you are looking for. If you don't feel that is the content you are looking for, obviously, what are you doing? I see that people are coming. If you talk about sound is very good. Sound is audible. So I think if there's anything, it's on your side. Please check on your side. Our sound is sounding. So continue.
Are they going up? Is there
Let me
movement
see
in
if
the
if
likes?
they are going. I see 200 now.
Okay, thank you guys. Let's keep it. Push it to 500. I know all of you can like. I know it may be a little bit tricky, but I know I have faith in you, family. The court of public opinion cannot stop because you guys don't want to press the like button. Okay? Let's press that like button, okay? So that I move. You understand? So Mnisi then said, who did accused number 5 go out with? And Zungu said, he left alone. So Mnisi asked, who did he come back with? And Zungu said, in the afternoon, he was with accused number 4. Note that as well.
Yes.
Take a note of that. And Mnisi asked, was it the time in your statement where you say you saw him in Mr. Gwabeni's room? And Zungu said, that's where he found me. He was with accused number 4. Now, listen and hold on to that, guys. Because here he's insisting that he saw accused number 4 come back with accused number 5 from wherever accused number 5 went. And he left alone. And there's no way he could have not seen that accused number 5 left alone because he's the one who says he had to reverse, right, his motor vehicle so that accused number 5 can leave. He was asked, right? So he certainly saw him leave, right? So Mnisi then said, how many times did you go out to buy liquor? And Zungu said, when I left the hostel premises, I was in a red Uno. So Mnisi asked, how many times? And Zungu said, we left in the Uno, and then we came back and we sat for a while. Now, around this, I don't know if you guys noticed or could feel his demeanor, but he was now doing that thing of wondering and not really answering the question directly. Because the question is, how many times? And he's speaking of a red Uno and the fact that there were 5 when they left. And when they came back, they said, like he's not answering the question.
Yes.
Right? And then Mnisi asked how many times. For those people who were in court, the journalists, they said he indicated that he left twice. I did not hear him say it, and I think every one of us who did not quite hear when he said it, but he indicated that he left twice.
Yeah.
Then Zungu says that it was the 5 of them in the Uno, the first time that he went out. Now he says in the car there was Mtogo, not the one in court. Togo is accused number 4. Mtogozisen Maphisa, right? Yeah, short Mtogo. So he said that it's not the one in court. There was Gadla, who's accused number 3, the driver, and another occupant whose name he can't remember, and accused number 4. Those are a lot of people in that Uno.
Yes.
A lot of people. So he says that accused number 3 was wearing a black Adidas shorts. So in his evidence in chief, guys, remember in his evidence in chief with the state, he said that accused number 2 was also there. I don't know if I'm the only one who remembers this.
Even Nisa remembers, I think he mentions that.
I heard him include accused number 2 in that red Uno. I heard him, guys.
He admitted, Emil. He said yes when Nisa put it to him that there was you mentioned number 2.
Mnisi said, you say on arrival, accused number 1 was wearing shorts. What kind? And Zungu said, a black Adidas short. You said in your evidence in chief that upon your arrival, accused 1, 2, 3, and 5 were already there. And Zungu said, when I got there, I spoke to Gwabeni and I observed accused number 1 was there. I remember he said he was going to take a bath and he came back. Accused number 1 was there. He remembers he went to take a bath and he came back. Okay. Mnisi then said, was it a mistake in your evidence in chief that you said accused number 1, number 2, and 3 and 5 were there when you arrived? And Zungu said, when I got there, I did not look at who was there. There were many people there, but the one I saw was accused number 1, number 2, and number 5, because they did intros. And number 3 entered and they did an intro. They did intros.
So number 3 entered upon this one doing intro. So that's the story. So number 3 came when all this was in motion. So I am Ntanzi, what, do you remember me? I'm a bit chubby now. Stuff like that.
Nisi then asked, was it a mistake in your evidence in chief that you said accused number 1, 2, 3, and 5 were there when you arrived? And Zungu said it wasn't a mistake. Nisi then asked, is it a mistake that you said you only saw accused number 1 when I just asked you? And Zungu said it's not a mistake. When I got there, I found accused number 1, 2, 3, and 5. When I got in, the other one would walk out. Mnisi then asked, you also say in your evidence in chief that Gwabeni did introductions of the visitors from home. You also say he reminded you of who accused number 2, number 3, and number 5 were. And Zungu said yes. Mnisi then asked, was it also by mistake when you were cross-examined by Ramosipeli, you told to the court that it is the accused persons who introduced themselves to you? And Zungu said, how could they have introduced themselves? I knew accused number 1. Gwabeni reminded me who accused number 2 was. And accused number 1, I could see him because he was now fat, chubby, and older. Uthi bekakhuluphele. At the time. At the time.
You see, there is playing with words for those who probably do not understand. So this man says, how would they introduce themselves? I knew accused 1, then Gwabini reminded me, number 2, even accused 1 was not recognizable in a sense. Do you understand?
Yes.
So who did you know then? Because you couldn't even recognize accused number 1.
Who
the answer is no one.
Insisted in your evidence.
So in a sense there,
you knew. What
we want to paint out is that this guy literally did not know anyone in that house. Amongst these accused, number 1 to number 5, no one. He might sound like he's saying, I knew accused number 1, but he's saying even accused number 1 was not recognizable
to him
because of him being chubby and whatnot.
Chubby and
so,
older.
Yes. So basically, you have just excluded the same person that you said you know.
That you insisted you knew in your evidence in chief. You insisted that this is the person I knew. Now he was fat and chubby and older. Couldn't quite see him. So Mnisi then asked, what you are saying now is that the accused persons never introduced themselves to you. It has always been Gwabeni who introduced these accused to you. And Zungu said yes. Now Gwabeni introduced everybody, including accused number 1, who he said he knew. In his evidence in chief. So Mnisi then asked, what was accused number 2 wearing? And Zungu said a tracksuit with long track pants, but I don't recall the color.
And what about accused number 3?
Accused number 3, he was wearing a lime t-shirt because he says, I remember he was wearing a necklace.
Doesn't it look like what I've just projected to you now? That picture? I'm told that In fact, this could be the picture that we are being denied, by the way, to see. Now I understand why we needed not to see that. And there's also
isn't that T-shirt lime?
It is lime.
Isn't
MGQUMENI.
isn't that a necklace that I'm seeing around the neck?
It is.
Aren't the dreadlocks like up to here?
It is. And to top it all, this looks like a hostel that is sitting on. And MGQUMENI, in fact, at some point stayed in some hostels, I think from, if I'm not mistaken, in Joburg. And Tembisa, I'm not sure if he was staying in his house or what, but in Joburg, he stayed in hostels. And when we say Joburg, we mean those ones that are in Joburg, like your what do we call them? Not the
Hostels.
Phosphorus one. Yes, Phosphorus is also falling under Joburg, but we mean the one in town.
Or the ones in town, JP.
GB.
JP ones.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. And remember, this is not the first time that we have this situation.
You
We've
see
had
the
it
problem
before.
with this thing. This thing is like a sword that is cutting both ways. You hiding the pictures and hiding the evidence is now playing against you, because should you have projected that earlier, your solid witness wouldn't have come there with no information such as this one. And if indeed this is the picture that they projected, and picture 47 that they are talking about, that this man is saying this is a door that we used to exit, and there's a door behind this man with a guitar, by the way. Even a hint. I know that some people don't listen to Maskandi. Maybe they don't know this man. Maybe they were busy there playing some hip hop and Tupac. See, this is the man that changed Maskandi. This is MGQUMENI. So
And
if you miss that,
many fans, abalandeli, he had many fans.
many fans and friends.
They loved him so much that they would even download his photos.
So if this is the picture, I don't know what that case is still doing there, man. I don't know what to say. If indeed this is the picture, then that's a big if.
A big if. We are alleging. But if it's this is the picture.
Icon.
We'll see tomorrow though. We'll see.
I'm hearing people from court are saying, yeah, this is exactly the picture.
They're saying it's the picture.
Yeah.
Draw my way.
We don't know, man. We don't know. Yeah, this man does have resemblance of MGQUMENI.
He does. He does. Even I had to confirm.
Yeah.
Like, this man does look like MGQUMENI. He does.
I don't draw a case wide open. Even picture number 47, and hold on it. Picture number 47.
Picture number 47.
Mm-hmm. If this is picture number 47.
Hi, let's continue, guys. Then Nisi asked what else was he wearing, and Duzungu said he doesn't recall what else, but what he remembers is that in the afternoon when they left, and before he left for the shop, he was wearing a brown jacket, but inside he was wearing a t-shirt that is lime.
That lime t-shirt.
Nisi then
Because you know what, Emily, this pokes now. Let me just paint a story. If indeed this is a picture, then one must explain how they managed to get MGQUMENI to sit with the group that was in Phosphorus on the 24th when he passed away, 2009. There's going to be a lot of explaining then. And that can prompt, if it is the case, what are we to expect tomorrow? I would expect to see disc.
master copy.
No, tomorrow. this is my prediction.
Okay.
You probably are going to see discs.
Okay.
These discs that these people have been telling us about, hey, these people, these things are downloaded, you cannot manipulate it. But what we might not see that was requested are phones.
Where they pulled
Do you understand?
data from,
Yes.
the pictures from.
Because if we were to see phones, then this case is wide open. Wide open, sorry. Wide open. It might as well be wild.
Remember how when they first pulled the pictures and we discussed here on our court of public opinion about how you can actually change the dates. And to find that in the mix of those pictures, there were also pictures of MGQUMENI,
Because remember, if
who died in 2009.
2009, yes. So if this is a picture, and you're saying this is the picture that was taken, remember there's a picture that was taken when they were together,
Yes, as a group.
2014. And this is the picture that you are using. Ukwazinja mfana.
And
But-
even previously, there was pictures of a group of men in what seemed or appeared to be in a hostel. And I remember one of those pictures, Advocate Nisi also picking out the individual in one of those pictures being MGQUMENI. I remember that. So, what is going on?
If this is the picture, Ukwazinja. Because how are you going to combine them together? And how are you going to explain the issue of date being 2014? I know that at some point MGQUMENI was resurrected by Kabashe,
But he went to
but
the jail.
it
for
went to
that
the jail
stunt.
very fast.
Yeah.
So how are you going to come out of that? How are you going to say, because that would mean that you've been manufacturing everything, even the phones, everything. That's why I'm saying tomorrow, do expect to see discs, but I do not expect phones. Because you see, phones are the source. That's what we were asking for. Bring phones. Tomorrow, do expect that some phones are going to be lost in a storeroom, maybe, allegedly, as this is my own thinking. Certain phones are going to come, maybe, but certain phones, I don't see them coming to court. I
They're
don't.
not gonna make it.
If this is the case, and if this is that's a big if. We are working with hypotheses here.
We are speculating.
Because those phones. So imagine the situation where you are allowed by the system to pull, but to change within the phone, it's not something that those systems would be able to do. Do you understand? Because now we are
Without
accessing another
giving you
machine.
away.
You are saying that you are changing something that is sitting on a certain machine. So if that is the case, awukwazinja. Ayivalwe vulu 375 ngokukhulu kushesha.
Then Nisi said, what was accused number 4 wearing? And Zungu said, I saw him at night when he came back with Ngani, accused number 5. I cannot remember what he was wearing. Isn't this interesting? Very interesting.
This is someone who remembers everyone who's in a stand there being accused, what they were wearing. Do you understand?
Yes.
Even the changing. This one changed, added a brown jacket, and then the lime t-shirt was under,
Yes.
with the necklace there.
Yes.
Did you hear when Nisi was hammering? Point the necklace there. But this one is outside. This one. A lot of things could have changed.
Wishy there.
That's why I'm saying, if this is the case, how a icon. I don't know.
Well, Nisi said, accused number 5, what was he wearing? And Zungu said, a white vest and military hat. Now, I saw accused number 3 and 4 laughing, and accused number 5 was just shaking his head sideways like this. And I'm like, I don't picture him with a white vest.
Yeah, But you know what? I have to congratulate this man.
I don't see.
I think the hat that is of soldiers is very fitting. Not to say that I see him with the hat, but
the white vest.
it is very fitting for who this man is, as we are told. I mean, what he's serving there and all that. I can imagine him
But
with
the white vest. Emhlophe.
maybe a yengwe or something like that. But let's continue.
Emhlophe. Whew, yeah, that took me out. And I'm like, Nisi also forgot to ask for the color of that hat, but maybe it's not important.
The hat of...
Military.
Yeah, it's a military hat.
What color could it have been?
So I'm imagining the usual one, not the brownish one. I'm imagining the
Or the beret one.
the one that maybe
looks like a beret.
yeah.
And then Nisi asked, what were you wearing? And Zungu said, a corduroy pants. He took me out. Guys, I'm sorry. I laugh a lot. But this was funny to me. He said a corduroy pants that was like brown. And a brown long sleeve t-shirt. And I'm like, a corduroy, Mr. Anonymous.
No, look, I don't care. The man could wear the corduroy and whatnot.
Zulu man wears a corduroy, guys.
I really
Corduroy
don't care.
pants in October.
What is important is that those pictures, they were blurry, as we were told. Some of them, they would even say, I can't see them. Do you understand? Do you remember that?
I remember that.
And normally, if these things, as we are saying here, that any Photoshop thing would show a bit of blurriness. And if it's an amateur who's doing it, obviously what we say here is our opinion and it's alleged.
Yes, it's
Let's
our
continue.
opinion. So Mnisi took Zungu through a picture showing two men drinking from cans on one side of a red car and another man on the other side wearing navy blue cap and a top. This is according to the people that were in court, by the way. And the picture he went through in his evidence in chief. In the photo, he said he didn't know what the occasion was. And Mnisi said, you just told this court that accused number 3 is in photo number 47 and photo number 48. Who is not wearing that red top? So the person who accused number 3 is not the person wearing the red top in these photos. Then Zungu said yes. Mnisi said, you said he was wearing a lime t-shirt, necklace, and brown jacket. I take it you are not colorblind. In photo 47, in terms of your evidence in chief, in this, the scene at the hostel where you were. And Zungu said, this is the time we had left where we went to buy liquor. So Mnisi asked, where did you buy this liquor from? And Zungu said, there is a Tops just before you leave for Slaughter's. There is a Tops there at the top. So can someone please hint as to what year that Tops was opened? Please. Siyahleba lana. I'd like to know. I'm very curious. But then there is a place that sells alcohol by the shops. Mnisi then said, when you went out to buy this liquor at Tops, who again accompanied you? And Zungu said, accused number 3 and the 3 others. Now there's accused number 3 and the 3 others. Amongst whom there was Ntogo, who is not accused number 4. Mnisi then asked you to recall, in your evidence in chief, you told the court that you went with accused number 2 and 3 to buy alcohol. I remember that very well. But you were 5 in the car. And Zungu said we were 5 in the car. If I remember well, I did not travel with Muzi. Mnisi repeated the question again. Ne? He repeated the question again, and Zungu said yes. So now he's admitting that accused number 2 was there. So Mnisi said, now you are saying...
And look at it. You know, he says it in passing. He says that... was it a mistake that you said accused number 2 was there? He said, I said, I do not remember who was there, I think. But accused 2 was there. Accused 1 was not there. I can say with certainty that Ntogo was and Ntogo was there also. Perhaps the driver wearing red shirt. You see, is saying it in passing. He's admitting now that he's changing his statement from accused. He left with accused, or out of the accused that were there, it's accused number 3. Now, accused number 3 was there and 2.
And just before, at the beginning of this cross-examination that we have just dealt with right now, accused number 1 was included as well. It was accused number 1, number 2, number 3. So it's very, very wishy-washy right now. And I'm looking at him and I'm like, which one? And then when he says that, Ntanzi wasn't Ntanzi, he said Muzi was not there. And I'm like, are they confusing you? Maybe you are confused now that who's accused 1 and who's accused 2. Maybe you are getting confused. I don't know. Then Missy said, now you are saying number 3, a man named Mtogo and others. Was it again a mistake when you said accused number 2 was amongst the people who accompanied you to Tops? And Zungu said, let me remind you, Babnisi, I did not say I don't remember that who it was, but I know that accused number 2 was there, and accused number 3, I was with him. And Mtogo, the other one, I didn't know him. Oh, the other 2, I would say accused number 3, myself. When he did this, he gave it away to me. Like this is sounding really fishy. He said accused number 3, myself, and accused number 2, accused number 1 was not there. And then there were others, including the driver who was wearing red. If I think he was the driver, even though I don't remember who was the driver, you wishy guys. You wishy Jay, that doesn't make sense anymore to me. Okay? So Mnisi then said, your explanation is wishy-washy. And Mnisi insisted that I'm not going to argue with you. And Zungu, you did not speak of accused number 2. And Zungu said, my evidence is not confused. Going back to picture number 47 and 48, Zungu said the pictures to be taken were taken when they went to Tops. So when they went outside the hostel. And Nisi asked who took the pictures. And Zungu said, I don't remember because I don't even remember myself. I remember when I look at myself in these pictures. He can't recall who took the pictures.
You know, when you do not know how you made it. I made it. I don't know how I made it. Oh, I made it, God. Thank you. I'm here among the graduates. I see myself among these 5 accused. We are taking pictures before they go commit crime. So I'm among them. They are taking pictures.
I'm shaking my head and I'm like, when he lost me when he said, even I don't remember myself in those pictures, but I remember myself as I look at those pictures. And I'm like, what are you saying, sir? You just remembered that somebody was wearing a lime t-shirt, someone was wearing
an
Puma
Adidas,
shorts,
an Adidas short.
Adidas short.
Someone was wearing tracksuit.
You just remembered all of that, but even you can't remember yourself. You only have to be reminded, oh, that is me when you look at the pictures.
It's magic
what are you saying?
That I made it to this picture.
Then Nisi said, did you have these pictures in your phone? And Nisi said, no, I never had these pictures in my phone.
So you took them. Just, you're a celeb. Guys, take pictures with me. It's okay. I don't need them.
And you never requested for the copies to be sent to your phone at least.
No, but he said He said they were sent photos of accused number 1 and number 2.
In 2018 from Gwabini's phone. Now he's saying,
They never
had
sent
these
this one.
pictures in my phone. Uyajika ke manje ke. Nisi then asked, I want to be sincere with you. The lime color, can you show me that color there on those pictures? And Zungu said it's not where he introduced himself wearing the lime t-shirt. Remember, these pictures are outside the hostel. Now the pictures
He would
are
go
outside the
on to
hostel.
say that actually these pictures are not on that day.
Yay. Yay. Nisi then asked, can you show us the necklace? And then Zungu asks a question. He responds with a question and said, on these pictures outside the hostel. Nisi then asked, are these pictures not taken on the 26th of October 2014? Zungu said yes. Then Nisi said, show me the necklace you say you saw. And Zungu said, this is not at the hostel.
No,
Nisi said, let me try to digest
this
what
is
you're
not where I
saying.
parked my car.
Are you saying you'll only be able to show that he is wearing a lime t-shirt
When you
and a
show
necklace?
pictures
If
inside.
pictures that were taken at the hostel can be flighted there. Nisi said, if you can show me the ones from the hostel, if they are available, hint, hint, wink, wink, if they are available, then I will tell you that here we're at the hostel. But if I remember from the hostel, when they did the intro, we were outside. We were inside the hostel. So now they were inside the hostel. We were not outside. When we went out, it was another time. Others had gone to bath. Others had done this and that.
They show
It
up
is not the
bathing these
time
people. So all of them, they keep on bathing.
that I arrived. It's not like when I arrived, they said, let's go buy alcohol. So this man is saying whole professional Nkabis, allegedly. Okay, for 2 of them, it's not alleged. But these people, just before they went and they did what they did to the forced loaders, they took a bath. They took a bath, these people, while he arrived at 2 to 3.
That's something you see in a movie.
Just before they go and do the S, they take a bath and they change clothes. They take a bath. Wabela Mo, he lost me, guys. He lost me. The bathing situation, just because you can't explain where the lime t-shirt and the necklace is, you make people bath. Zulu men at a hostel, bathing after 3 p.m. Worse, they were going to do a job. Right?
And they come back and announce it.
And they come back and they announce.
They are celebrating.
Did you know that
Before it even happened, these people, they
they drink
prophesy.
whiskey in your presence?
They prophesy. Before the person even passes away, they come back to celebrate. Guys, we have 1,000 people on the chat. We have 400 likes. Can we push them to 600? I saw some Maphisa here, and if this is Maphisa sister, Emily, I think she created something like a GoFundMe.
Okay, that's good.
Mm.
That's good. She created a GoFundMe. Sinqobile.
Yeah,
Sinqobile Maphisa.
yeah. Let me see, because I've been trying to look for it there for the defense actually. So it's for those people who've been asking us that you guys, can you do something? I guess the sister has done something, and it's even better that it's someone who's directly involved. Yeah,
In the situation.
I see it. It's 13 hours.
So it's been 13 hours since she uploaded it. Where did she upload it?
Let me see if I can find a way of pasting it.
Sharing the link on the chat or something,
Yeah.
or the description.
So the name, if you want to go to Facebook, that I see here is
Sinqobile,
Sinikiwe,
Sinikiwe,
Maphisa.
Sinqobile, Sinikiwe, Maphisa on Facebook, guys. She's very, very active on that page, and she is the sister. My apologies. She's the sister of accused number 4. But she's not only going to be assisting or has opened the GoFundMe just for her brother. It's actually for all the accused, from what I'm hearing, right?
Yes.
And she has been very active. The first time I saw her was 2 years ago in the IG Clark on YouTube, where they were kind of talking about this case before the trial began. And she was there talking about how accused 1 to 5 know each other and how they came to be pointed out as the suspects for this case and how they were arrested. So she had narrated everything, the events, and she's in contact with all the families of the accused. And frankly, she's the only brave one that has been in the public space. She's even done interviews with your mainstream media, ENCA, and all the other mainstream media publications that were able to be in contact with her. She's been very vocal from the very beginning of the trial. She has been, her story has not changed, just like Senzo Meyiwa.
Look, we'll paste the link down there below, and then
her story hasn't changed.
You'll see what you guys need to do. Yeah. So, let's continue.
So, did you post the link?
Yeah, I'll find a way of posting it.
So, guys, we're going to share the link, and if somehow we can't, we'll share it on the community tab. And those who are able to assist, because many people have been asking us about this GoFundMe situation, finding ways of donating whatever they can, you can use that link, and hopefully it can help. So Mnisi wanted the state to provide other pictures that were taken at the hostel. So Baloyi said that only pictures that were there were provided to the defense. The judge said that the state is supposed to give every scrap of document. That is what the law says. And Mr. Anonymous, remember when we had the issue before the trial, the defense was given photos in an album in black and white, not the working disc at least, never mind the master copy. So they have them in color, but others were saying that there's no way that the state could have not given them complete documents or complete everything. Right? So I'm very surprised that now we are at the stage where they are requesting for a master copy, which could have been provided even before the trial began. What is going on? So the state said that they don't have any other pictures, and the judge asked if there's no other secret pictures. And the defense asked for an adjournment, as the state says that they didn't have pictures of the accused at the hostel. In fact, Mshololo is the one who asked for the short adjournment. And when they came back, the state, contrary to what Mnisi put to the witness did not say that accused introduced themselves to him. So this is an objection that Advocate Baloyi says that he couldn't raise before. So now after adjournment, he just thought, there's an objection that I should... Zamkalela, state attorney, state advocate, Zamkalela. I was like, how does this even change? Because from as far as I remember, it was kind of corrected by the witness themselves, wasn't it?
Yes.
It was. So he's like, the witness did not say the accused introduced themselves to Gwabini. It's Gwabini who did the introduction.
Yes.
It was already dealt with in cross-examination, right?
Yes.
So on the day, he said they were at the hostel on the 26th of October 2014. And the judge said, look, Mr. Mnisi, what does your record say? Mr. Baloyi, you have not discussed with your learned colleagues. No, you didn't. You wanted to ambush him. And Mnisi said, as it pleases the court, my lord, indeed I do agree with my colleague. Because it was already dealt with. I don't understand where this objection was coming from.
No,
He spent the entire adjournment looking for something he could object. What is going on?
Yes, the record shall speak for itself.
Because I had something totally different. And the judge said, let's stick to those bases because all of us have a running record. And then Mnisi said, yes, my lord. It will then be in the interest of justice that I make the following submission. The court could remember that just before we adjourned, I took this witness through the photos with the view to try and find some clarifications and answers on certain issues that were of concern to me on behalf of accused number 3. So it transpires that, my lord, that I'm hamstrung to proceed with cross-examination without further information relating to the photos. It would be recalled that we had a testimony of Mr. Steenkamp, Mr. Mabaso, and Mr. Nkosi, who said that they confiscated accused number 3's phone, from which they found a whole lot of photos and they downloaded them into a disk with the instruction of Mr. Gininda. Certain photos were then compiled for court purposes. In other words, Mr.
Yeah, guys,
Gininda,
sorry, Amelie. I have put it on the, I think it's a description box. It's a description there. Tell
Okay.
me if you can click on that link and...
it goes through. Okay, guys, those of you who can check out the link on the description box, please tell us if it's working, it's leading you to the right destination.
yeah.
So in other words, Mr. Gininda, out of 500 photos, he said, I don't want these 500 photos. I only want where accused number 3 is appearing with dreadlocks and a particular color of attire, but the essence of which it was not only those photos that we are now seeing here in court. There are other photos as well. This is also on the analogy of what happened when Mr. Musia testified. Remember, my lord, Mr. Musia only brought 8 photos, but then it transpired that at the scene he took more than 30 photos. That is the analogy of the request. I'm also going to request that we be furnished with the disk that contains all the photos that were downloaded on accused number 3's phone. Alternatively, that we be furnished with accused number 3's phone.
Yes.
We then will sort it out how we download those photos.
It's only
This
fair.
is not from me, my lord. It is actually from Mr. Mncube, the gentleman that
And
I'm
I was almost
representing.
sad, and the judge came to my rescue because I was sad that you are asking for disc. Because, you know, if you're asking for disc, you're saying you trust what is in the disc. And that sort of stops there. We want the source.
The source.
We want the source. Give us the source, and then we will decipher and say, this is not right. This is. Do you understand?
Oh, this is definitely the case.
Yes.
This definitely are the pictures from October 26, 2014, from the source. Okay? He says, the gentleman that I'm representing will request that information because as of now, I'm definitely not in the position to proceed on his behalf. To proceed to cross-examine this witness without those photos being made available. Baloyi confirmed that the photos were selected for purposes of compiling the photo album. It is not a problem. He said we can make arrangements that all the photos that were downloaded on accused number 3's cell phone be made available. However, the only problem that we have, my lord, is not continuing with the matter. I think the aspect can stand down, and then the other issues can be conversed with this.
No, we're not
And
conversing
just like
anything.
we
Everything
did.
must collapse. We must stop. Wait until we get everything. This thing of continuing, it becomes wishy-washy when a person comes back. Stop right there. That anxiety must kick in on that person who's testifying, so that people tell the truth. There's nothing wrong. This man is working for the state. You know, he's not rushing to go to a garden somewhere. He's working for the state. He's doing his job.
And he said, and just like we did with Warrant Officer Musia, we proceeded and he was recalled at a later stage.
The link is there. Sorry, the link is there, guys. But if it's possible that someone can type it here, and then we'll pin it. We'll pin it also on the site.
Copy it and paste it before you or on your chat, on the chat, right?
Yes.
Please do that for us, guys, because now we don't have our devices.
Yeah, but it's there also in the description.
Yeah, just copy it and then put it in the chat so that those who are on the chat can also see it.
Yes.
Please, if you can. Please. So, yes. So, State Advocate, he said, we proceeded with Musia. He was recalled at a later stage. We can make a similar arrangements that we proceed, and that aspect regarding the photos stand down, and we furnish them with all the photos. And if they deem it necessary at a later stage, this witness can be recalled. The judge said, but when can the court be supplied with the master disc? Baloyi said, those arrangements can be made before the end of this week, my lord. Wednesday, I'm sure the latest by Friday, those photos can be made available. And the judge said, but Mr. Mnisi says he is hamstrung. I'm quoting him. When a horse is hamstrung, it can't run. Yeah. And Baloyi said, just on that particular aspect of the photo, but I'd imagine there are other issues that they want to canvas.
No. We don't want to show you what we have in our hand. We hold it like that until such time. Then we canvas everything all together. This thing of playing half ground and then later on decide to, no, it doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. If you need to pause there. Pause there. We don't need to go further. Just pause there. Let it be there. We don't mind. I see many people are angry. You see, when I see why we are stopping, I'm not angry. I'm not angry.
Why.
There is a reason why we are stopping. This makes 120% sense.
Without those photos, this cross-examination is not going to be fruitful. It's not going to really help us believe Zungu's story.
Yeah, they are saying the link works. Thank you, guys. So the link works if you click it on the description there. You'll see it on the description there.
Guys.
So just a reminder, please like
the comment with the link.
Please like the video. Please share the video. Please also then now check the link there. As you've been doing to us, guys, I think you can do also for this case, for the sake of this case. We thank the person who created it, working hard for her brother and others.
The rest of the accused. And guys, yes, it's not just for her brother alone. It's actually for all of the 5 accused, from what we understand. And
it's been updating us on Facebook.
Yes.
As we check, a storyline there, we see what is kind of happening
with the case.
Most important is that this case need not to stop because of funds.
No. And I heard last week she posted that, she doesn't know what she's going to do for the next couple of weeks. She's feeling it, guys. So if you can help. So, yeah. And the state advocate, said that just on that particular aspect of the photo, I'd imagine there are other issues that they would want to canvass with this witness, which don't necessarily depend on the photos. We can proceed on those other aspects. Now, this one, I'm like, the aim here is to completely throw off or restructure this is cross-examination. It's just to...
No. The other thing is that if you continue cross-examining, you sort of show what you want. And then
you show your hand.
You show your hand before time. And to canvass it properly, like now, we've seen what is happening now. We are seeing everything. Like we are seeing what is happening.
Then Nisi said, it's a sequence, my lord. The way in which we structure our cross-examination, we just don't do it haphazardly. It's a sequential thing. Going from number 1 to 7, we move from number 1, we go to 2, we go to 3, all the way until we reach 7. Therefore, to request us to proceed on other items, I don't think that is the trajectory we want to take. We want to take it sequentially up to the point at which we want to arrive, my lord. Thank you. The judge asked Mr. Mnisi where his client's phone was, and Mnisi said that the last time he heard it was confiscated for the purposes of compiling that photo album. And Baloyi said, I'd imagine, he said it's still in the SAP 13 store, from what he can imagine, and it can be made available. Yes, and the judge asked if it can be used for the downloading of the photos, meaning that it hasn't been wiped off. The memory of the phone itself hasn't been wiped off completely. And Baloyi said yes. He suggested that they needed to get their own expert who can download them. But the easiest is to get those photos and make them available to them. If they still want access to the phone, arrangements can be made. So he really doesn't, or is not really showing willingness to have this phone given to accused number 3's legal counsel. It's giving that very much.
Oh no, someone is saying that we are taking a risk. No, this is I think we have done our check on our side. We don't take things that we don't just post things here. We have done our research on our site. This is not a risk. This is the person.
And we have done it before with TT, I think.
Yeah.
So nothing happened.
So it's not a scam.
No, guys, it's not a scam. It's the actual person involved with the case. So, yeah, if it was a scam, it wasn't going to happen, honey.
And I think when we open the lines, we will probably hear from her.
I hope she calls in. So let me quickly wrap it up. So the judge said Brigadier Gininda should make the pictures available tonight so that the trial can continue tomorrow. Ramasipili said he may need to reopen his cross-examination after all the photos are made available. And Advocate Zitulele Nxumalo said that the cross-examination will also be centered on the photo album. Advocate Zandile Mshololo also said that the photos need to be made available. Mshololo said it would be unfair and prejudicial to proceed with the trial if the state has failed to supply them with all the information. And the judge is like, no. You know, when it comes to but we'll let it slide. Today he was better today. Our honorable judge today kept it together. You understand? I'm so proud.
This is how we should run the case. This is how we should run the case. This is the case that we expect, where things are done like this.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, and that's why even when he defended the state, I didn't have a problem with it. I'm like, today we are receiving better than what we are used to. He said, nah, let's be fair to the state. The state takes 1,000 photos. So basically, he defended the state and said that Mr. Mnisi is the one who actually made the request. He wants all the photos. And while the state took, out of 1,000, it took 500 photos that they feel supported their evidence. And it's part of the information that Mr. Mnisi wants to elicit, right, for his client. So asked how many discs were there, Baloyi said that there is a master copy and the working copy. So I'm like, how about the phone? Because this phone
we need a phone.
Been referred to quite a lot in this trial. Okay, it's been used a lot, this phone. And the judge said for that reason, this court adjourns until tomorrow, so the defense can be furnished with the master copy of the pictures. But Mnisi insists that they also need to be furnished with the accused's phone. And Baloyi said arrangements can be made that the phone be brought to court and the defense can have a look at it in the presence of state analyst, cell phone analyst here in court. Now, I have issues and trust issues with this state cell phone analyst. Kind of what their name is. He testified previously. Is it warrant officer, who is it? Guys, remind me who that cell phone expert was. I will remember the name. But I have a problem. I feel like at this point, they need their own cell phone analyst to look at that phone and download it from scratch. Because putting everything on the state like this, and the fact that the state advocate is insisting that they look at it in the court with this cell phone analyst. No. It doesn't feel right.
I know.
So the judge was shocked that the defense attorneys had not asked their clients if or whether their phones had been confiscated. And Baloyi said that the phones of accused 2 and 5 were also confiscated and were downloaded. So it said that they'll be handing the downloads to the defense during recess. So they haven't had the downloads of these phones yet. Baloyi will be giving them those downloads of accused number 2 and number 5's phone during recess. How are they not handed to them all along? That is the question I have. And he says that he informed his colleagues, especially counsel for accused number 5. This is Advocate Mshololo. Accused number 4's phone was not confiscated and he didn't have it with him when he was arrested. Now, you all remember that accused number 4 was arrested for a different case prior to being implicated in the Senzo Meyiwa case. So it's not like he was a free man when he was arrested for this case in particular. And at the time that he was arrested for his own case, they didn't find his phone, or when he got arrested, his phone was not with him. So accused number 5's phone was also confiscated. However, Advocate Mshololo says that she has not been given the downloads and the cell phone data and everything relating to that. So Baloyi said that they furnished her with the statement of the person who confiscated the phone. So Ramasipili said that from accused 1 and 2, both of them, they had 2 cell phones each, and both of them, their 2 cell phones were confiscated from both of them. So they need both phone records for each accused 1 and 2. So this is very interesting. Court will has agenda until tomorrow. But this is very interesting that Advocate Baloyi forgot to mention. He said accused number 2 and 5 and did not mention accused number 1's phone, and the fact that for accused number 1 and number 2, they confiscated 2 cell phones each.
Yes. We need those phones. So, guys, let us open the lines and let us do what we need to do. Let us hear. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while, guys. The lines are officially open. You can call in and you can share your own opinion and your own scatlas here and there. But don't forget, allegedly. Okay?
And also,
this is the home of
shy away from what is not public.
Yes, what is not already public information.
We are only using public information.
So yes, guys, call in, call the number. It's scrolling down below. There's 2 options. You can either WhatsApp call us or you can call us with the ordinary phone line. There's 2 different numbers that you can use. And yeah, it's been a while. I can't wait to hear from you guys. I always look forward to you guys calling in because hearing your opinions really is nice.
I don't know if Miss Maphisa is still here. Let us see. Guys, please like the video, share the video, and Mzansi, hello.
Sanibonani.
Yebo.
Njani?
Sikhona njani?
Asiphila nathi. No, mina engakusho nje ukuthi nje lephoyisa balikhombisa iqanda lenjelani. Nokuthi engikufisayo nje manje bengathi bengambuza kona ukuthi ngesikhathi beyothenga isopo bakuyisikhathi sini beyothenga utshangwa.
Yeah.
Kumbula ukuthi bakuyisonto ngaleli langa leli kwenza lezi.
Yeah.
Nesesimuza ukuthini.
Okay.
Ngibona.
Thank you. So, for those who do not hear, what they are saying is that they are showing this police guy who's on the stand flames. And what he would like to hear is that what time was it when they went to buy alcohol at Tops? So,
I mean, he threw me off when he said they bath. I was like, oh. And they changed clothes. I was like, something is not right.
yes.
Something is not right. Something is not. Accused number 5 also left, right? So, did he also take a bath and changed from his white vest?
Hello? Hello?
Yebo.
Look, I think people want you to confirm here who
Yes,
you
yes.
are. Yes.
Yeah, I'm reading the comments. I see it was Mr. Genius or something like that, who was concerned about the confirmation. Yes, yes. I'm here, I'm live, and then I'm reading the comments. So yes, it is me. People should not be worried.
Okay.
It's Sinqobile.
Is your name and everything? I think?
Everything.
Yes, Sinqobile Sinikiwe Maphisa.
Yes, you are a sister to someone?
Yes, I'm a sister to accused number 4.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. I think that sort of kills everything now. That's from my side. I think that's all that I wanted to hear. You have anything to say before?
I need to say thank you for the support, guys. It's been a rough 3 years for me in this case, and honestly, I've never had anyone supporting me except the families, and it's been a rough one. I won't lie. So I've just got myself a family from you guys. Thank you so much to everyone in the comment section, everyone who's willing to assist. I really appreciate it.
All right. No, cool. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I think just to kill that part, now
guys,
we can
it's
go
not
forward.
A scam. It's not a scam. Mr. Anonymous has been quite confirming for us if it's the right person. So it's not a scam.
Nzanzi, hello?
Sawubona.
Yebo sawubona.
Siyaphila.
Siyaphila mfethu njani?
Siyaphila.
Mm.
No, ngifuna ukubeka i-comment yami apha kuphoyisa.
Yeah.
I-point yami iqala ukuthi uphoyisa uthena yena besela i-JC. And i-JC nebeyisela between u2 no3. But xa kufikela xesha loba lamajita ayabuya, he was still awake. I-question yami i-problem yami iba lapho. Aphinde athi le JMC ebeyisela yona yodwa yena. But ngendlela soba ngayo ukhumbula yonke into.
Yeah.
And njengoba ebekade bembuza namhlanje esakhumbula nomnxiba yonke izinto azizibayo. There were time apha athena khona lo akhulula isikipho esibovu wasirolela enqindini. I think besisikipho esibovu, but nje in my observation uphoyisa akathethi inyani. Yeah. And I think I'm very happy with the defense, the approach namhlanje. We rather wait for I did not lead my faith. My Jesus
Thank you.
Thank you.
Emily, this was Zulu.
Okay. Why don't Baitana and Sutu people call? Guys, where are you? Okay. So he's saying that this person was drinking Gen C, and he's saying that from 2 to 3 he was drinking this Gen C. It's hot stuff. Okay, guys, it's hot stuff that he says he was drinking. And the fact that he was still awake when these guys returned, according to his story, it's very strange and unusual. And Gen C, and he says he drank it only and did not even mix it with anything. And he was still sober.
Yeah.
He's a strong man. Okay, and asked what he was wearing as well. He said that something about a red T-shirt. What did he say there, Mr. Anonymous, about the red T-shirt?
They talked about red T-shirt with a driver. There's a lot of red T-shirt.
Yeah, so, and another thing is that he's happy with the defense, and all he can say is that we should wait to see what the outcome will be from this entire cross-examination.
Yeah, so let me go to some WhatsApps here. Hello guys, I won't be surprised if the accused informs the court that the phones before the court are not their original ones and the evidence shown in court was shopped somewhere else. This is someone on what we call WhatsApp. So you can also call on WhatsApp, by the way. I forgot that there's people that are on WhatsApp. Why? Some people are greeting us. Let me see. Who am I missing? Hello, good evening, Mr. Anonymous. Okay. I need your... Okay, this is our personal information. This one is talking to us. Zungu all of a sudden talk about another person, Togo. I think he's paving a way for another witness not on the list who's Togo. Maybe. Yes,
now
maybe.
He's bringing up Togo. Maybe Togo is
Ntanzi, hello?
to come and testify.
Ntanzi, hello? Right. I think this one was testing.
It's us.
It's us,
We're
guys.
at the right place.
Ntanzi, hello? Ntanzi, hello? Ntanzi, hello?
Anonymous.
Hi, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm all right.
Yes. My greetings to Emily as well.
Hi.
Yes. I am so happy with Advocate Nisi, the approach he has taken, and the approach Advocate Mshololo is taking. If you notice today, when she stood up and said the word prejudice, the judge was about to have a heart attack right there. Because remember, these comments this judge is saying, they are going on the record. Some way, somewhat, another judge will look at these things. Because now she's putting that word in all the time and reminding the judge, follow the law, follow the law, follow the law. Yeah. When she's saying, my client is going to suffer a prejudice, it means you can go ahead and do whatever you want. You are the judge, you are ruling. But if you find my client guilty and you don't follow the law, this thing, you are just wasting everybody's time. And this judge doesn't want to hear those things. And I think she must continue doing it.
Yes.
And Advocate Nisi, where he is, the other time when, the last time I called, I said, I was happy they were introducing pictures. And these pictures are going to destroy this witness. Now, you saw now Advocate Nisi first went with a statement and the judge managed to come with a typed version of a judgment. How are you typing a 5-page judgment when you haven't heard what the defense is going to say? You haven't heard what the state through Advocate Baloyi is going to say. But when now you already have a judgment. So this thing, an advocate is making the judge make these mistakes and put them on the record. And there was a time when the judge was trying to bully him and he just ignored the judge. And he carried on with his question. And he made the judge rule. He insisted and he made the judge rule, and the judge was like, I think it was about perjury. And he made the judge rule. And then after the judge ruled, he asked the guy, you are a police officer for 12 years, you've investigated people for perjury. What is perjury? Do you know perjury? The witness is like, yes. And he made the judge look like a fool. So they need to continue, and these things are going on the record. I think they've already realized this judge will find their client guilty, and they are now working to save these people from this judge. They are now building a record for the next court that is going to hear this case. And they know what they are doing. And at first I used to look at these lawyers and say, maybe they are weak and English is dealing with them. But they are much smarter than I expected, because at this point, and I was happy when Advocate Ramosipili came back. He said, listen, I went to Northern Cape and I spoke to people, and there's this statement of your father. And this version you are giving here, you've been told that this version comes from your father. And he did it through a statement of the father. And that was powerful to put on the record and say, your own father is going to come here and contradict you. And if that father can come and start lying, they're going to put that father there and say, this is your statement, you wrote it. And you saw this man was not able to say, my father is a liar. Because remember, he's been calling everybody a liar. Because now they are reading him his own father's statement and telling him. Because I remember at first they put the version of these officers that told him, you are lying, go back and bring your source. And then they read him the statement. And then they ask him to comment, and he was not able to call his own father a lie. So I am happy what they are doing with this witness. And I think through those phones, so what's going to happen is they're going to download those phones and they're going to compare timestamps and all these things. And those photos are going to tell a story.
Yes.
And remember, this man is changing his statement. The only reason he's changing his statement is because they were able to show through those photos that it was not accused number 2 and it was not accused number 5. Now he has to go change his statement to try and accommodate those admissions he did on the stand. And then these photos are going to tell a story. They can go and try to delete those phones right now. I know I'm speaking allegedly. They might go and try to delete the phones allegedly and do all sorts of shenanigans allegedly. But bring it to court, and metadata tells a story. There's data behind data. You can go delete, but if you get the right expert who knows what they are doing, they'll be able to prove that there's been shenanigans happening. And I will make that clear again. Those who have a little bit of money have the defense so that they can get experts. The only way the truth will come out in this case is experts. And the defense, they need the money to get experts. For the phone data, for everybody that has even 1 rand, 10 rand, please help out so that the defense can get some experts to come. And because just think about the Meyiwa family. Your son died, your brother died. Your government that you have faith in, they're playing games like it. We don't want, if these people, they kill Senzo Meyiwa, let them be found guilty. But it has to be an honest guilty where we follow the law and the
Yes.
If someone else kills Senzo Meyiwa, that person must also come and stand on the stand there and face the law. Thank you for being patient with me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Zanzi, hello.
Honest guilty.
Zanzi, hello. Hi, how are you?
Hello. Yes, please, uncle.
Siyaphila.
Benifuna man uhlomula wena Mr. Anonymous. Case asenziwe. Mina ngifuna ukuthi lento inabo ubu-spiritual. Yonke. Because after ndibukele i-documentary, I ended up between uKelly Khumalo plus the wife. Because of her body language. By the time kuqaba kuza kuhlulwa imali kaSenzo le imali yentani, her body language zange ndiyithanda, ngaqonda ingathi umuntu one-guilty conscious, but at the same time ndacinga mhlawumbi ungumuntu othikera okanye umuntu ongathi unethisa umjongile. Yabo.
Yeah.
Also ndabe ndiphinde ndijonga andimsuspect but andidishera nje uluvo lwam.
Yeah.
Ndaphinde ndamjonga phaa kufihlwayo. Ngoba ngumuntu ongathi akakhali kakhulu. Andazi noba ndimjonge ngamanye amehlo na. Kodwa le nto eyenzeka phaa endlini yoba kwasele kusenzo and i-behavior yakulo Khelikhumalo ifamily plus nangole tshomi zakhe iyayiprove ukuthi allegedly kube kwenzeka ukuthi mhlawumbi umuntu odubulele ngaphakathi endlini.
Yes.
So let me go back to the fact that I said this is spiritual. Ujudge Vasilina, the first Mr. Mahumela, I don't know if it's fine if you are living with them. The first one, after nani xakusa ngalunga fitness therapy. Now I had this thing which I didn't have trust close judging who's back one. Go and defense nobody ingathi no more, but one thing for sure and positive right is that abantu benoba bangenesele bazawo. Aba right not aba babekwe abaphambi kwethu ngoku. Isiphetho nesigqibo aba bantu bekumele bangene ejele the correct one bayaya bona ejele nakanjani. Why ndisitsho thina abantu balapha eMzantsi Afrika including yourself guys binabantu basinikeza this information basinformayo ngale nto neba ngokusedala sidiniwe siyakumamela le nto. But funny enough ifamily kaSenzo is behind it. Abantu baseMzantsi Afrika is behind it. You guys are behind it. Media, everyone. After 9 years, I'm not sure what's the closest between now, but still, it's an omdla oyazi uba kwenzeka ntoni. Siyafuna ukuthi uSenzo is within us guys and we are going to support the thing. Siyayithanda, siyamamela and sinomdla and we want to make sure ukuthi abantu babephanga phakathi endlini baza nayo inyani lonke maybe uyangena ejele noba munye phaa kubo kodwa ukhona ozawungena. So I just wanted to say that, and also thank you to Emily and you, Mr. Anonymous. This is so impressive, and I don't want to lie. Your channel, I thought, like he's one of those media and don't the way he analyzes ngayo, he has enlightened and that number of guys as but we ended up getting interest because of you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Now, Kola says this thing is spiritual.
Yes.
It has a heavy spiritual element to it. She says that she observed Khelikhumalo and the wife, Mandisa Mkhize, on the documentary. And at first she's saying that, you know what, she was convinced that maybe it's Mandisa because the way she was talking and behaving, not necessarily talking, but behaving in the documentary, how they portrayed her, especially when they were talking about the money issues and the insurance money coming out, her body language and demeanor, she wasn't comfortable with it. And then also at the funeral, she saw that she wasn't crying, you know, and she was bothered by her and her demeanor. However, looking at how Khelikhumalo and her family handled the entire situation, it goes back to the fact that she thinks that the person who actually shot Senzo was one of the people in the house.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, good, sir. How are you?
Good, thanks. I'm just going to talk a bit about how the witnesses are being made hostile by the judge. I think what he has to remember, or what prosecution has to remember, is the defense are still going to bring their witnesses, and you create this game where you've got people who are hostile to the way they are supposed to be assisting the court. It will end up being a game which Mr. Judge or my justice doesn't want it to be a chess game. So he has to be in charge of the proceedings and call the witnesses to behave behaving a certain way. But he's happy to let them just go on their way and answer anyhow and behave anyhow. We saw that with Miss Mapopola, Miss Kogo, Tumelo. And now you've got an officer of the law who's coming in there and saying whatever you want. And the other point is, when Officer Zungu was talking about, it doesn't matter if he has mixed up the names. I think it does at the end of the day, because if you say between the two of you, Mr. Anonymous and Emily, if I say Emily did this, when I meant you did this, and you are going to be picked up by the police, I cannot stand there and say, oh, it's the way they're the two of them. It doesn't matter which name we use. Because at the end of the day, the person who did whatever they did has to be accountable.
Yeah.
And my understanding is, at law, you have to be a credible witness. But the witnesses that have been coming through and some of the things that have been said, I'm starting to just wonder what kind of game is being played. I work in the court system in Australia myself, and the way
I wanted to hear him.
Why did you hear that?
Okay, go on.
Yeah. But it's not that we have got a better system, but I think we can set ourselves at least the minimum standard to say these are the standards that we need. Because if it's about justice, if justice is blind, then we shouldn't be picking to say the other party can behave like this, their witnesses can behave like this. Because when it happens on the other side, the questions will be asked. Why not giving them that leeway to be adversarial, to not answer questions, to be asked, what is perjury? You're a police officer and say perjury is you. You should be called to order. Or you should say, I don't know what it is. But anyway, that's my 2 cents. I hope this Emily was typing as I was talking, because I was just painting you a picture.
Thank you.
You know?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
I'm quite a typer.
Yeah, I mean, finish up that.
Yes, and she says that she going back to spirituality element of this case, she can see that people are really not giving up on it. It's almost like we are all still very much interested. She was thinking after 9 years, most people would have probably lost interest, but the people of South Africa in general are interested. Senzo's family has been behind it. The media is behind it, and as well as general members of the public like ourselves, we are behind it. So it means Senzo's spirit is somehow fighting.
Yeah. All right. So this one is saying on WhatsApp, Zungu arrived at the hostel between 2 and 3 p.m., partakes in introductions and chatting, ate, drank. They then went to Tops to buy alcohol, returned, danced. He went to buy more beers close by. Some went bath and returned, went to crime scene and returned by 8:30. Yeah.
Basically, that's
Mzansi, hello.
of Zungu.
Hello, Njani.
Gordon Jani.
I'm good, thanks.
Mm.
Yes, honestly speaking, I just wanted clarity at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I think this guy, I think he's the first one that's low-key leading this idea that there wasn't a robbery in a way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking to myself, okay, this whole time, our understanding, the evidence has been sort of like saying this is a robbery, this, that, you know what I'm saying? And here comes Zungu talking about the celebration of Senzo's case. I don't understand how he even got to that conclusion, because he said doesn't even know what the person was about, but I suppose it happened. Anyway, so now they're celebrating, they were able to pay Senzo, blah, blah, blah. But now I'm thinking, if really that was the case, and now it's no longer a whole thing of the robbery thing, is it not fair then to include the people that were in the house as potential people that could have conspired in this whole hit, I guess,
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I don't think it's fair if you only look at the what do you call this, the situation from the accused point of view. If you can tell talking about a hit, because if it's a robbery, I think it's fine. People took stuff, even if it was a phone, that's the story. But like if it's a hit, then someone should be behind the hit. And then we can see with the people inside the house and the shenanigans and everything, it means even those people that are in the house are supposed to be in the lab and being questioned, you know, especially considering a witness like Uzungu became, you know what I'm saying? Because there must be a story behind it. I don't think it's fair that the people that were in the house are not, you know, in the, like as accused people as well in a way. It's now going to be looking at this whole thing as a hit and no longer as a robbery. So that's where I want my clarity, because I'm trying to understand their mindset. I can't see how the case is moving as now sort of like a hit, or introducing this witness who's now adding this or starting this hit thing from the state point of view, because the defense has always been, you know, someone was in the house, blah, blah, blah. But from the state point of view, if they're now introducing the story, I think they have missing characters in order to build up the story as well. So yeah, and I don't know how, but it told on Sunday, it's value after 3, because what you know, for one, whatever I think it's called, at 3, I don't know. If I was a defense, I was even fighting that point, because they would say, which top did you go to? Not on a Sunday, in 2014, after hours. There's no such, even to this day, it's okay, you know, half past 3, get the latest before. So I'd also even hammer on that point as well as a defense.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye. Right, let's not forget to like the video, share, and those who want to join membership can join membership, obviously, from this YouTube. Let's not be surprised if the pictures and the phones vanishes like the notes written on the on receipts and newspapers. This is Zungu also mentioned they were with accused number 1's father from Botswana. Oh, from Botswana. This person is from Botswana. I was like, I almost said, he's from Botswana.
No, it means that they.
Yeah, just to finish off. Some went to bath and returned, went to crime scene and returned by 8:30. All of this happened. Yeah, wish it happened at the same time. Squeeze theorem. Hello, Mzansi. Hello. Hello, how are you, sir?
I'm good, and how are you?
I'm good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you can. We're trying. The line is not good, but let's shoot.
Yeah, let's shoot straight. I remember the main Zungu,
yes,
the policeman.
Yes.
He once told the court that there was this other Zungu from Rustenburg that met him first before they went to the hospital. And he said that they went to eat first. And then Kwabeni phoned them. When Kwabeni phoned and asked, where are you guys? They say, no, we are coming, we are still eating. But when they arrived at the hostel, when they were asking him today, he said, no, we were busy eating. Okay. Now this guy is eating. And then while they are busy eating, the ceremony was not started yet.
Yes.
They was up and down. The other guys went to take a bath. Then they drink. After that, that's when they went to the Tom's.
Yes.
What was the time by then? Because he arrived there around 3. No, man, something's not right.
Yeah.
Guys, let us check.
You also want to appear, you are tired of this police.
No, man, I'm tired. All right, sure,
thank you. Thank you. I see many people are saying that, man. Hi, everyone. Why this witness is only a person, so all what was happening there in a place of people under the influence of alcohol? What was his mission at the first place? Right. And where are others, these people that you cannot mention? Why can't we get hold of those people and have come and they say, yeah, they collaborate and even bring pictures, those who took pictures?
Come and support his claims. He wasn't alone at the hostel on the 26th of October 2014.
He said there were other homeboys.
People. He was with homeboys.
Mm-hmm.
They must come and corroborate what he said.
Yes.
And the outfits, everything. You know, everything that was worn, everything that was done on that day, the rush that he's talking about, him drinking heavy stuff and still being sober by 8 o'clock at night. Eating and eating. He ate at Carlton Center. He ate again at the ceremony. He's eating and drinking hot stuff at the same time. Utayini Jameson.
Yeah, I'll show you Jameson pen.
Abatla mapiri.
So, I almost said they cleaned the scene. That's, you know, it's there for God's the way in the hostel. How are you, sir?
It's a period, Johnny.
It's gone.
Yeah, good. Hey,
they're greeting you.
Hello.
Really?
Hi.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, but this is a trap straight. The trap is serious. Onokugibeng obakhe naye ukuthi azisixoxela ukuthi abanye abantu bayenzeni wrong. And there's something that the judge said yesterday or day before, if I'm not mistaken, when he was writing that judgment, on saying ukuthi prosecutors, their job is just to present the case. Being a prosecutor is also a career, right? Having a career, it means you must excel and you must produce results. So the lawyers, the more they win cases, their reputation goes up, their experience, their recognition.
Yeah.
Bazokutshela bathi hey umshololo yabomoya umshololo hayi licala lisenyamala lizoba right. This case is gonna win this case. So same applies with prosecutors. They also nabo have to produce ama arrest or ama conviction as much as they can. So it is possible. It is possible that a prosecutor can manipulate the case somehow because bakwazi ukuthola conviction, which is what we are also assuming when we're seeing abantu abanjengaboZulu. You cannot bring umuntu that clearly confesses which I saw other people, my cousin or the person that they visiting, that they saw in their room with a 38 special. Kwabeni.
Yes.
Kwabeni is so God having it 38 and say he's not just the gun that she used to shoot so and so. And this guy said, so this guy knows that this person has committed a crime, but he never reported it as a police officer. Then after that, he must come and tell us he witnessed abantu that are allegedly being the one abahambile bayibulala umuntu. Then you must come and believe such a person who couldn't go was okay. Yazi khona umuntu engimaziyo one-38 ongitshelile ukuthi you throw it on the river. It's a trap.
Yes.
It's a trap. It's a trap. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. So in a sense, out of desperation of excelling in your work, you might be tempted to twist things. And that is alleged, obviously. This is the theory that someone puts to say that you are measured on how successful you are based on how many convictions you make.
Just like the defense, they depend on how many cases they win. Your advocate Mshololos, for example, they have a high winning of cases as a defense attorney. So even for prosecutors, they would like to get that recognition. It's important for their advancement of their careers. The many cases they win, the better. You know. So
let's get this. Nzanzi, hello.
Ziyakhala.
Nzanzi, hello.
Hi.
Hi,
How are you?
We're good.
I'm okay. Mina ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi uphoyisa uZungu why akhuluma ukuthi bekanogwabini, why bangabizi uGwabini azoze akwazi ukuba ne-witness. Abe witness. Hi, how are you?
When ungeza wena bethi
because kuwo konke uGwabini ofana ukuthi
can you
azi ukuthi naye he was there.
Your sound is fighting you
at the back. Cisha TV.
Your sound is fighting you at the back.
Well, she's asking why is Gwabeni not there?
Yeah, but how can you come if you are told that you shot someone who told? Right, we have a bit of connection. You're gonna call again.
Please call again.
If you want
when
to.
you call, please switch off the device that you're using to watch us, especially if it's a TV. Switch the sound off or put it on mute, and then call in because we are like frequencing. You heard the sound, guys. It's not friendly to our ears. And we also can't hear what you are saying. So it's best you put it on mute and then you call in. That way you'll have a smooth call.
Yes. Let me see. Hi, Mr. Masanemeli. Please give Lasisi Maphisa a number yam. I want to send my contribution to her direct ngoba. The banks are very sensitive for a transaction outside the USA for fraud and money laundering. Right. I will do so. All right. Zanzi, hello.
Sorry, Ivan.
Yes. You're back again.
Yeah,
yes.
Yes, I'm back. Mina ngifuna ukwazi iqiniso ngale base ehostela uGwabini must come and testify naye abe witness so that those people they have to clear their name because Gwabini knows everything about this thing. Was with him uZungu. Shukuthi uGwabini
naye. Oh my God. Again, a reconnection issue, but yeah, I think network is not good. We are not shading in South Africa, guys.
Yeah,
dark
guys,
everywhere.
By the way. Hey, and now the hours are longer. In case you didn't know, now we're literally going through something that is extreme. Like it goes for long hours than we are used to. The hours have become longer. So if it left in the morning, it goes again during the day, midday, then it goes again in the afternoon, then it goes again at night, and then again early in the morning. So it can stretch up to 4 hours with no power. Then it comes back for 2 hours, and then it goes again.
Yeah, we are under search. Really we're in stage 13.
It's really bad. It's bad.
We're the last number before the blackout. Joking.
It's really bad, guys.
Morning, Emmeline, my brother. All I see that Baloyi is fighting a losing battle. He is now just wish to pull an uppercut that will never happen. I still maintain State is losing the game. Yes.
The way he has the courage, I thought maybe he would give in, but bringing Zungu now, he has fighting spirit I've never ever seen in my life.
You see, even if I was Kwabin, I was also not gonna come. How can I come if someone says that I shot?
And you threw the weapon in the river.
No. Me is not coming, and he is late. Hello, Mzansi. Hello.
Good evening, good morning, Mzansi. How are you?
We're good. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Yes.
My sister, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. And yourself?
Yes, I'm good. My question is just one. I just want to understand who Zungu is the officer that doesn't wear uniform.
Good question.
Akaloku bephethe ibhek. Ehande yabhek bakayiphetha afaka kwikhi.
Kusho ukuthi ushintshe endleleni yena uhamba phezu impahla zokushintsha.
Yeah, mengenze
wagqoka i-control
brown wafaka iskipe vest long sleeves.
Long sleeve.
Brown, yeah.
Long sleeve brown.
Mabake bambuza ukuthi usintshephi. Akwazi ukusicacisela ukuthi i-control brown bekazi ukuthi uzoyidinga la yakhona vele.
Yeah.
Good question.
Nokuthi ushayise isikhathi because apparently amaphoyisa phela yi-6 to 6. So yena ushayise ngobani ixesha. Ubaza bese patini ngo-2, 3.
He was on duty.
Ushayise wathanda. Hayi nakakasitsheli uZungu ukuthi usebenza kanjani yena.
Yes.
Bekuyini indima yakhe kuyo yonke lento eyenzekile. Azashiye nomsebenzi.
Yes.
Ngiyabonga, that's what I just want to understand. Ukuthi hayi uhamba phethe umphako weimpahla. Emsebenzini. Washayisa ini.
Yeah.
Thank you. I love you guys.
Love you too.
Love you too. Thank you. Oh my God.
Right, Emil. Zungu wearing casual. Isn't he supposed to wear uniform, stuff like that? But then
he's low rank and he was more lower than into 2014, so he was not supposed to be doing what allegedly, according to his testimony, was happening. I'm a corduroy brown, I'm a long sleeve brown, and a shift that is 6 to 6. Okay.
He works where he was staying, isn't it, Tembis? Mzansi, hello.
Yes, hello. How are you?
We're good. How are you?
I'm also well. I've got only one thing that confused me. It's about the accused. Why did they say that they do not know each other? Remember, in the first case, number 1, number 2, they agree that they are friends, but they say they do not know accused number 3, 4, and 5. Now they said again they do not know Zungu. Yet the parents of number 1 and 2 said that they know Zungu and they are related. And a colonel, that data reader police, when he was reading the data, he said that these guys, they know, all of them, they know one another. Why? Because each and every one of them has the number of the other. Even accused number 3, he saved the number of accused number 5, Umfoka Khumalo, meaning the person of Khumalo. Yes, accused number 5, the surname is Ntuli. Why Khumalo there? That is questionable. And
can I ask you a question?
Okay.
Why is the guy who's standing on a stand there not knowing them then? Why is he saying that he needed to be introduced also to them? I'm just asking on the issue of Zungu. You raise that issue, right? You say they are denying Zungu, but they know Zungu.
Okay. The person who said that, who confirms that they know Zungu, are the parents of accused number 1 and number 5. I'm just talking in the sense the accused, the way that they are acting.
Okay.
I don't understand why do they lie that they do not know each other?
So
why do they lie that they do not know Zungu?
And we are using the
you
source.
get what I'm saying?
I do understand. So Zungu just admitted in court that he did not know these people up until certain time. You know, he needed to be introduced by Gwabini to these people, right? So as much as they are related, it's like a relative that I don't know also that I do have.
Oh, okay, but I know the home, but I do not know exactly. The person that Zungu knows is Gwabini.
You know, and
hence the host of the party.
Hence the attorney had to go down to the parents and ask, do you know this person? And the parents are saying, yeah, actually we are related to these people. We know them this way and this way. But I mean, Ntanzi is young. Does not know that.
Okay.
So
right now the problem is it's not confirmed whether accused number 5, I mean accused number 1 and 2 really knows number 3, 4 and 5.
Knowing. let me clarify this. Knowing you can know each other. You know what knowing is. There are elder brothers that I know from where I come from, but am I used to them? I'm not used to them. I just know them by seeing them. Here, that's it. Does it mean that I know that person? I have seen that person, but I don't know that person.
Yes, so, I understand that. It's just that it's confusing to me that number 1 and number 2 clearly said with the first judge that they do not know accused number 3, 4, and 5.
Because they are younger.
And yes, and yes, on the picture.
On the picture. On the picture.
On that picture, that guy named Zungu, yes, the witness, he pointed that here is number 3. He wasn't clear about others, but he was clear about number 3. And in the court, it seems that they saw that person who was in the car with him, Zungu, and others, it was number 3. And another thing with Zungu guy, I don't understand why he throw under the bus his superiors also, you know. Because he was repeating bluntly that when he was talking about this, he was told to shush, you know.
No, let me say to you, you need to follow this case from the beginning again. You need to go back, because you're not going to understand now why he would throw those people under the bus. See, Joyce, and if you've been looking at the pattern, Joyce and Warrant Officer Makubo, right, are not the liked people, even by the witness who were in the house. So I don't know if you're getting that.
No, I understand when you explain like that.
Okay, cool.
Okay, let's wait and see. Thanks for the opportunity. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Ntanzi, hello. Ntanzi, hello.
Mr. Anonymous, how are you doing?
I'm good, sir.
How are you doing?
Hi.
I'm doing good. Emily. Hi, Emily. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Always beautiful. I appreciate it. My name is Jafet. I'm calling from United States. I just wanted to mention about the contribution you guys doing. Like I tried to do on the live conversation with Maphisa. For some reason, the banks here are very sensitive when you want to do a donation or something like that. So, is there a way? Is there another way? Maybe I don't know. Because this is just a trust issue, but if there is a way you guys get Maphisa in contact with me, I want to send something like from bank to bank rather. So I want to put it as like a part of my family, because that's the only way I send money to Africa.
Is that?
I've got kids.
Are you the same?
Yeah?
Are you the same person that WhatsApp does?
Yeah. I'm the one. But I was just trying to call and say, okay, let me call because maybe I don't know what wasn't going to for some reason. It's so hard to get. I'm actually very like.
Okay.
You know.
All right.
So if
no, it's
that's
fine.
the arrange, you give her my number, my contact, so we can, or either I do it to you, rather. I do it to you if it's possible, and then you can convey to her. I will need some bank details and something like that, so I can send some contribution. Even on the group, also, I find hard to do some contribution. I try to do it through YouTube. It still don't go through. Don't allow me because the banks here. Well, there is just a crazy system on the bank wise. There things are changing here in America, so it's kind of very hard to send money to Africa through any other link, but through like a detailed bank. That's a kappa. So to me, money kanjani. So I would like that to be if that is possible. And again, you guys are doing great show. I am with you with all my heart on this. I'm a truck driver. I follow because when the court is going through, there is 3 o'clock in the morning here, so I'm on the road following the case.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I appreciate it. That arrangement can be done. I will really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. I think it is fair to knock off.
Yeah.
Isn't it not fair?
It's fair, guys. It's fair. We'll see each other again tomorrow. Tomorrow might be a long day or a short
day.
I don't know. It depends on whether all of the cell phones and the master copy and the working copies can be delivered.
But expect one of these things to miss, not to come, because why would you expose yourself to that level?
I know when they said that they will be viewed there in court. No. I need our own expert to download
Ntanzi, hello.
from the phone. Okay.
Ntanzi, hello.
Hey, mnewethu sawubona.
Mfethu sound nje kancane. Uyaphila mfethu.
Hayi siyaphila mnewethu. Ngihlele ngilalele futhi ngibukela njalo uma leli cala lapha kulokhozana ku-YouTube ku-SABC. Engunanzelelayo kiyo yonke lento le, bonke laba bantu abazofaka baqamba amanga la, yabo njengephoyisa benzisa
Oh, that's South Africa for you, man.
The network. Ungaphinda lento kade uyisho. Hello.
Ngithi iphoyisa likhombisa ukungathembeki. Iphoyisa likhombisa ukungathembeki. Ngoba ulalela istatement salo ubusulalela esikababa wakhe. Sokuyizinto ezimbili. Ukhombisa ukuthi watshelwa ngumuntu weza ubaba wakhe mhlambe exoxa waseyithatha lento wayenza yakhe. Uma siyobhala phansi sokungazuthi nguye. Ekubeni istory yena engenazo.
Yes.
Okwenza yonke into yakhe ngisho bezama ukumbuza imibuzo akakhona ukukhuluma because into ayikhulumayo ayiphumi kuye lo muntu.
Yeah.
Spoon feeder nje ibuhlungu le nto yakhe leya. Angikholwa futhi ukuthi iphoyisa elatrenwa. Mhlambe kungenzeka ukuthi wayeli volunteer ndawana thile noma mhlawumbe yena futhi uyinkabi nguye impela umuntu odesperate isibhamu. Angimthembi kahle indlela enza ngayo.
Yeah.
Anyway ngibe sengithi mina sengathi inkosi ingangenelela usiswa kwaMaphisa engapheli inhliziyo. Engapheli inhliziyo ufuna ngelinye ilanga inkosi imhawukele abafowabo bedlule kulesi simo. Ngiyabonga kakhulu. Liphile.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Okay. I think we have exhausted our time here. And we are thanking this machine for treating us this better today and respecting us. We are still able to even interchange these things. Thank you guys for being with us. Remember, there's a link for Maphisa and the rest of the people. Basically, let us say the Senzo case. That link would help because it seems as if our defense would expect at some point. And I'm hoping that it will reach them, and I trust you guys. And on the other side, all that we're asking for on our side, subscribe, like the video, share the video, join the membership if you can. It has been a long night. Thank you very much, guys. You've been good to us as usual. Before I go out, Mighty Molefe, see you on the comments. I see you, Sinqobile Mekat. I'm hoping I'm calling you correct. Mandisa, Snentlantla Bengu, Net, Lungs. I saw you asking for me to show myself. Tiki, and Missy Wendy Maseko, and Togozo Bele. Yeah, I think those are people that, I have to shout out to you guys, and everyone else was here. And thanks for those who contributed. Thank you, those who joined the membership, and thank you for those who are still to help where they are needed. Thank you very much, guys. It's a bye until tomorrow.
Bye.